I am here to introduce our first speaker, and she's actually introduced herself. She's got some guests that are here. I'm anxious to listen and learn from her as I'm going to introduce Phyllis Flemings. She's a certified, now PhD certified passion test facilitator. I don't know about you, but I love passion because you have to have that to be successful in anything. So she's got 30 years of experience doing this thing. Now, if she hadn't put that down, I wouldn't know that because I didn't think she was much older than 30. And then I heard her daughter-in-law say something next, and I said, oh my goodness, I'm completely missed that one. But that's that youthful joy that she exudes from the inside coming out. Her title today is Choose to Live a Passionate Life. And I love that because what that tells me is that the choice is mine. If it is to be, it's really up to me. So without any further ado, I want Phyllis Fleming to come up and teach us how to unlock that passion. I'm making the choice now to live it. Now you show me how. Phyllis Fleming.
It is great to be here. How many of you would like to have more joy in your life? All right. What about more excitement in your life? Great. I'm glad to see those hands coming up because in reality, we're going to talk about that. How to get more joy, how to be more excited about your life, and how to be more enthusiastic. My name is Phyllis Flemings. I am a certified passion test facilitator. I'm also a life and business coach and a brand new author, best-selling at that. So it gives me joy to be here. What I do is support women 50 plus. As we get older, I support women in rediscovering their wings so that they can soar. So many women, as we get older now, naturally, I am not talking about anybody in this room, but you may know some women who, as they get older, they feel that they don't have anything else to offer. They think, I've done everything. I've lived my life. It's time for me to step back. Let the young people do it. But no, we're not going to do that, are we? And we're not going to let our friends do that either. We're going to make sure that they remember we're still vibrant. We're still here. That's what I think about. I'm still here. So that means I must have something else to do. So I may as well start doing it. So that's one of the challenges with women is that we don't feel appreciated. We feel undervalued. So sometimes we forget. And I am the one who can help you rediscover that spark. So you will rediscover your passions. So you may say passions. As Carl was talking about, she's going to tell us about how to do this. Well, you say passions. What are they? I don't have any. I don't have time for passions. I'm working. I'm taking care of my family. I don't have time to be bothered with that. I don't have any passions. You do. We all have passions. What I'd like for you to do sometime is go to Google. You know Google. We're very close, right? And look up passion. You will have a whole list of things. And I'm sure you will be able to identify with something on that list. Now, the thing is, I want you to be able to choose to live a passionate life. I remember I did a workshop once, and a woman was there. This is one of the things, in addition to me getting older, found out that a lot of people feel that they need to step back. I didn't feel that way, but a lot of people do feel that way. And she was in the class, and we talked about living the life you want to live. And so she made a decision. The class was about 8 weeks, I guess. She made the decision that she was going back into her business because she had given it up. Her children had told her, "Mom, it's time for you to retire. It's time for you to rest. Take it easy. You've done everything." But she didn't feel like resting. She wanted to do more. So she got back into her field in real estate. I have a friend who retired as a school teacher. She was a high school teacher. She's passionate about it. Worked with a lot of young people. Lives were changed. She retired, and now she has a beautiful garden. She knows the name of every flower. She knows the name of every plant. And whenever you're there, she entertains. People are just, wow, how did you do this? This is beautiful. She did it because she is passionate about doing that work. I have another friend who was in charge of the literacy program in her county, and she retired. Now she volunteers, delivering Meals on Wheels to people who are shut in. These people are now, in her mind, a part of her family. She is passionate about doing that. Let me give you another example of a person that I know. At one time, he was a teacher. Then he was a minister for a number of years, very passionate about the work that he did. He retired. And about 7 years ago, his only daughter was murdered. Murdered by someone who was supposed to love and cherish her. Well, now this man, he walks his talk. He's very congruent. He has opened his heart to forgiveness. And now he teaches and he speaks and he trains others on understanding domestic violence. He is using that pain to be passionate about the work that he does. One last example. I have a lot, but I think maybe I better stop with this one. This person has a PhD in psychology, and she did that work for years. Loved it. Lives were changed. Passionate about doing that. And now she is a minister, still changing lives. She speaks and connects from the heart. And when we hear her voice and we hear what she has to say, our hearts are open. She's passionate, and she's making a difference. Now, you're kind of getting what I mean about being passionate and about doing the things that you love. Now, another thing is, after you find your passions, we want you to be you. You. Now, let me ask you a question. Ronnie, you know who Oprah Winfrey is, right? Can you do Oprah like Oprah? Okay, let's go to our wonderful, fabulous Rebecca. Samaya, can you do Rebecca like Rebecca? The thing is, none of us can do anyone else as well as they can. But guess what? Nobody can do you as well as you can. So the thing is, we want to be authentic. We want to live our lives with passion and on purpose. So that's the second thing. You have found your passion. You are now saying, I'm standing in who I am because this is me, and I will live my life accordingly. The next thing you want to do is connect with a certified passion test facilitator. You want to take the passion test because you want to find out your top 5 passions so that you can focus on those passions. And you can be clear when you make your choice. Janet Atwood and Chris Atwood wrote a book called The Passion Test. And in it, she said, when you are clear, what you want will show up in your life, and only to the extent that you are clear. So you want to be clear. So that's why you want to do the passion test. Let me tell you how it's done. I will just give you a little brief understanding of it so that you will know. You start with, when my life is ideal, I am. So you're answering these questions. You're thinking about your relationships. You're thinking about your career, your environment, money, health, spirituality, fun, and leisure. You're thinking of those things when you are asking yourself about your life when it is ideal. How do you want it to be? So with this person, this certified passion test facilitator, you really can do it with someone else, but it's best to do it with a person rather than trying to do it yourself because your head gets in the way. When you're doing it with another person, you're coming from the heart space, which is where you want to come. I did this with a guy once, and he just knew his siblings would be right up there in the top. When we finished, they were nowhere near the top. He was shocked. But the thing was, he was doing what he thought he should do. He should be close to his brother. He should visit his sister more often. But that wasn't one of his passions. So it didn't show up because we were working from the heart space. Have any of you ever taken the passion test? Good. I'm glad to know that. I remember, Cynthia, you said something about how it had changed your life. So would you like to share that quickly? Okay. You can, and this, giving you more examples.
I love the passion test because it really helped me to decide what my top things were. And in fact, it was the passion test that led me to say, I'm not just going to work with people one-on-one, but I'm really going to help the hundreds and thousands that are waiting for me. And it also helped me to hike my waterfall steps. A lot of you have heard about my waterfall steps and my glacier deposit steps and how I've sold over $40,000 on those hikes. And I bring that passion into my life. And it was the passion test that really helped me to decide to put that in my life because it clarifies your top 5 and says, how can I put those in my everyday life? Thank you.
Thank you. But that's one of the reasons you want to take the passion test. One of the reasons you want to choose to live a passionate life. Jack Canfield, we know Jack Canfield from Chicken Soup for the Soul. You would think this man was living his passion so much that he wouldn't even need the passion test. However, he took that test and found out that there was one thing that he didn't have on his list, not in the top 5, and he wasn't living it. He wanted to be with a spiritual leadership group. 6 months after taking the test, he invited a group of people to his home and established the Transformational Leadership Council. I know a number of you have heard of that. There are now over 100 people in that council, and they're doing a lot of the work like we are doing, making a change from our hearts, coming from a place of love, connection, and caring. What I would like for you to do is think about, after you take the test, what happens then. We want to support you in living your passions. So you have what we call intention. The intention is you have your list, your 5 top ones, and you are now having the intention of living according to your passions. So once you have that intention, you give that your attention. Intention, attention. And you know, anything that you focus on, it grows larger, right? So you focus on those things that you want to do that's making a difference in your life. And once you do this, you have no tension because now you have done everything that you can do. And what you do then is you let go and you let God. You allow the universe to work within you to bring forth what it is that you put out there and said that you wanted in your life. So that's how the passion test works. And that's why I want all of you to live with passion, to be clear, to be focused, to know that you make a difference, to know that without you, your particular gift that you have will leave here with you. And we don't want that. We want you to make a choice and choose in favor of your passions. I just finished reading a book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, and he talks about living an inspired life. And you know, we lost him recently. But he talked about living an inspired life. And he mentioned when you are living your passion, you are living in spirit. You are inspired. And by you being inspired, you bring others to you because you're coming from that place within. I would like to recite to you my favorite poem. And I know a number of you have heard it, but let's enjoy it again together, all right? Okay. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, fabulous, and talented? Well, I say, actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You are here to make manifest the glory of God. And when you do, you have this glory, this spark within you. And it's not just in some, it is in every one of us. So as we allow ourselves to shine, we give others permission unconsciously to do the same. When we find a way to relieve ourselves of any fear, just the mere fact that we are here, others can do the same. I love that poem. And sometimes when I get involved in the poem, you might have heard a few little things you said, I remember that in the poem. That's because that poem touches me so deeply. And I am reminded that I am living my life on purpose with passion. I am so grateful for the opportunity to be able to share this message with you and to connect. Namaste.
Are you a speaker looking to reach more people with your message? You have a global vision that you want to touch the world and make a global difference. If so, I have an amazing opportunity for you. It's called the Speaker Talent Search. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. You'll find all the details, but here are the highlights. With one application process, you get clarity on your message. You get to fine-tune how you want to reach the world. Then you'll have everything ready in one place for the opportunities when they come. Second, we select you as a finalist. You get to come in and audition with a 7-minute audition, open up the door to hundreds of speaking opportunities. I hope you lean in. I hope you say yes. We would love to hear your message. Help you touch the world powerfully. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your powerful message. I wanted to have this time together be a little more fluid and do a little bit more of what I know you guys like, fairy dust. I even wore like a fairy dust bracelet to support us. But for those of you who don't know what fairy dust is, I wanted to take a moment and explain that. So fairy dust involves a magic wand. And this was created from one of my community appreciation workshops. And we're having an amazing day. We had all these ahas, all these powerful moments. And my community, I learned you all are very smart and empowered and have great insight, great ideas, great ways to approach the world. And you teach me so much. And this was one of those moments. I had someone in the audience raise their hand. And they said, Rebecca, I think we should be acknowledged for all our amazing participation. I said, you are absolutely right. Let's do that. So what does that look like or feel like for you? So I didn't assume. I asked. And I said, do you want an air hug? Do you want us to send you love whooshes? Do you want a round of applause? Can we do the hand thing? What would you like? And this person said, I want fairy dust. I said, fairy dust. I became curious because this is something I wasn't familiar with. So I said, so can you explain what fairy dust is? And I discovered fairy dust has all this texture and description, and I'm going to have Cynthia illustrate it here in celebration of her question. But I found that what it is an opportunity for us to claim what we want, what's going to encourage us, what's going to feel amazing to have a whole community sprinkle upon us and receive. That's what fairy dust is. So with that, Cynthia, do you mind sharing your name, what you do, and describe your fairy dust and come to the center?
Thank you. And I was there that day, and I was like, fairy dust, yeah. I love it. I love it. I'm Cynthia Stott, and I'm a global visibility expert and mentor. And what that means is I help you take that thing that's in your heart and share it with the world and make money at it. Because there's a thing that our mission, our calling, is like a child that needs a Harvard education. It costs money for emailing systems and to come to events like this and to stage events like this. And we have a responsibility to ourselves, to our families, and our mission, our calling. And so I help you share it on Twitter if you've never shared it before, or Facebook events in ways that Facebook can't hide your posts. So perfect. What I got for my... I checked in for my fairy dust, and it was beautiful rose quartz crystal color.
Now you all are going to help with this, so make sure you're leaning into the order.
You got that? Rose quartz crystal with gold sprinkles. Real gold, not just color gold, but they're like, yeah, flakes, gold flakes in it. Chunks. Oh, I like that. Chunks. And then I asked for like a scent, and I got a flavor.
Okay.
Cotton candy. I was like, really?
Beautiful.
cotton candy rose quartz crystal with real gold inside. Gold
chunks.
flakes. Gold chunks
and
and flakes. But
Beautiful.
you know, the chunks don't hurt though. Yeah. They
Gentle.
feel really
Gentle,
good.
loving.
Gentle, loving, like that gold leaf that's
Yeah.
been shredded and just. I used to work at the Fed with the shredded money, so yeah, like that, but gold.
Yeah.
I worked on top of billions of dollars, billions with a B,
Beautiful.
every day.
Okay. So are we complete with the?
We're complete.
Okay, I just want to make sure we got the complete
yeah.
order. Okay.
The scent is cotton candy too. So
Okay,
cotton
I love
candy,
that. Has a
rose
playfulness
quartz,
in it.
and gold flakes.
Beautiful. So can we all stand up, get her wonderful fairy dust ready, and on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Thank you. Love it. Oh, I love that. We give and receive. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Cynthia. Hi, I'm Rebecca Gruyter, and I'm the producer of the Empowered Connections TV channel. And I wanted to personally invite you to come on over, enjoy our amazing shows. We are all about empowering women. We're all about transforming lives. We're empowering men to really step out and be all they can be. We are looking for programming and shows to bring things to the next level. So if you are somebody that feels a show birthing within you, you have a calling to bring your show to life and touch the world, please reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. We are launching new programs and shows every week, every month, because we're going to change the world. I look forward to talking to you.